My name is Bernhard Schimpelsberger and I'm a percussionist. I'm based in London, UK, but I've come to Mannheim to realize a very interesting project. Mannheim is the first station of a 15-city tour in Europe. It's called Diaries, a European journey. And in this journey I'll be collaborating with 15 amazing musicians in 15 cities in Europe. So I've come to Mannheim to collaborate with Mazumdar, who is a very interesting and fascinating musician. How long have you lived in Germany now?
The longest part of my life. So I say I'm German of Indian origin from London.
TL and I met online, really. I slowly formed the idea of the Rhythm Diaries journey, and I was thinking of all the musicians that I'd possibly like to collaborate with. So I immediately thought of TL, and I invited him to be part of the journey, and he was well up for it. And there's a certain dynamic in our project that he was so quick on everything, so he turned out to be the first one to be ready. So that's why now the start of the project is happening here in London, in Mannheim.
I was like, me first, me.
Yeah. The idea of the project is really about exchange and communication and learning from each other. I think meeting people, meeting musicians that I admire and collaborating with them in quite an intimate way, because it's always duets, so it's just another person and myself. So you get to know each other quite well, I think. And it's this spirit, the spirit of the project is exchange and learning. And also within the journey itself, it's about collecting rhythms in every city. It's about finding rhythms, it's about finding sounds, and also about hearing and collecting stories. I'm interested in the stories that my collaborators and people along the way that we may meet in each city will tell me.
Underlying socio-cultural political statement happening too. It's from what I gather, at least for me, the way I interpret things, it's also a statement on how we see Europe: fearless thinking, fearless interaction, fearless amalgamation and blending of cultures in a more contemporary form, relevant to 2016. So that's one of the issues I interpret as well. You know,
I mean, that's the music that we make is like that.
Yeah.
There is no borders and there is no nationalities, and music and art is the best way of showing that. And especially right now in this political climate, yeah, we need more. And
Absolutely.
We just need more of that. We need more of no barriers, no borders.
Bernhard, say the idea was to find a way to make a soundtrack which is unique to each city. So, I mean, I told Bernhard he's the one who should go choose the sounds we should kind of include. So basically we've gone out, done a whole bunch of field recordings, and we're going to tweak them later on on the laptop and try and find a way to amalgamate those sounds seamlessly into the song we've written for Mannheim together, which is called Home of Man, which is of course like in a way a literal translation of Mannheim, but it's also a state of the world. You know, it's home of man today is under threat from man itself. So that was my dualistic interpretation of the thing. So yeah, we're gonna try and blend those sounds into the song directly.
Right now we are in Jungbusch, I believe it's Jungbusch, right?
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Mannheim. So we've been out in this area. We've been to the parks where the kids are playing. We've been to a little market square where people hang out, where you find lots of different languages. We've been to the main road, I suppose. And
The main road, you know, the main
big
road.
road, the main road.
The main road.
And we've been under the bridge, which is very cool. under the bridge. When you are under the bridge, you get this sort of amplification of sound. So even if things are happening on the other side of the river, like some industrial sounds came through, but there is this sort of drone of cars on top. So it's quite a cinematic sound experience.
Well, my Mannheim sounds like Jungbusch, man, because that's pretty much all I know about Mannheim, to be honest. Maybe that's a little ignorant of me, I don't know.
Rhythm Diaries is about the diaries that are filled with rhythm, but they're also filled with sounds and with ideas. And we add to those diaries, so that the diaries are not just in written form, but they could also be those recordings. So at the end of it, at the journey of 15 cities, you get these pages, which is just sounds